Good morning, I am Pranav Prakhar. Let's take a look at newspaper headlines today. First, the Times of India. Trump for immigration based on merit slams Indian techies killing. I am here tonight to deliver a message of unity and strength, and it is a message delivered from my heart. This is the quotation from American President Donald Trump when he addressed both the houses. 53% of women have bank accounts, up from 15% in 2006. So there is a positive news here that women in India are linked with the banking system of India. More than half of the women in India have a bank account. Central government to hire 2.8 lakh staff in a year. So there is a good news for all the potential candidates who are applying for job. Interceptor missile hits test target. India tested a low altitude interceptor missile to destroy an incoming ballistic missile over the Bay of Bengal on Wednesday, inching closer to putting on together a two-tier ballistic missile defense system. So there is a good news for DRDO. DLF to sell 40% Cyber City stake for $2 billion. Moving ahead to Hindustan Times, numbers don't add up in NDA's Skill India initiative. Hindustan Times as it is critical of the government, inadequate facilities at skill center, inconsistencies in claim. City to pay for 30 surgeries if delayed at government hospital. HDFC Axis ICICI announced cash transaction fee. This is according to the lead story in Hindustan Times. Another story says Trump regrets cancer's killing. Softens stand on immigration. Moving ahead to the Indian Express, for Maithi's heart votes, BJP revives the forgotten king. This is the first time that the titular head of Manipur has endorsed a candidate in election, and that is BJP candidate in front of BJP President Amit Shah. So there is good news for Manipur for BJP there. Harvard versus hard work. With GDP data, PM snubs Node ban critics. One hand Harvard and other a poor man's son trying to change policy. This is a reflection on Prime Minister's initiative of demonetization, where he says that Harvard educated former Prime Minister was saying that there will be a GDP growth will slow down, but then that has not, and the country has consistently moved up. The Haryana Saraswati Heritage Development Board had decided to rename Indus Valley Civilization as the Saraswati Valley Civilization. Since the river is no more a myth, its existence is a reality. So there you have it. Archaeological Department and the Haryana Survey Heritage Department Board working hard to revive the Saraswati River. Moving ahead to the Hindu newspaper, GDP figures highly suspect according to Congress. PM, hard work beats Harvard. Ganga unlikely to be cleaned up by 2018. Official fault Green Tribunal's order, according to the Hindu newspaper headline. Keeping over 10 old notes to attract fine. The government on Wednesday notified law making it is criminal offence to possess more than a certain number of old notes, 500 and 1000 notes. The Specified Bank Notes Act 2017 was passed by Parliament in February and received President notification approval on 27th February. Now, possessing more than 10 pieces of old notes by individual and more than 25 pieces for study, research or numismatic purposes would attract a fine of rupees 10,000 or 5 times the value of the cash held, whichever is higher. So there you have it. You cannot keep old notes which have already been denotified by Government of India, rupees 500 and 1000 notes. Trump finally condemns cancer shooting. Country united in condemning hate. In playing up to the gallery and the India raising the matter with the Donald Trump administration, finally Donald Trump bows and accepts that the Indian who was killed is not good, and he has condemned the cancer shooting. That's all we have in this edition of English Dailies published from Delhi. Before we move to the business dailies, we'll be back after a very short break.
सुनते रहिए तरंग ऑनलाइन रेडियो। देश दुनिया की खबरों के लिए लॉग ऑन करें हमारा वेबसाइट www.pmipl.in। तरंग ऑनलाइन रेडियो के माध्यम से जुड़ रहे हैं विश्व भर के भारतवंशी। आइए आप भी जुड़ें। आप सुन रहे हैं तरंग डिवोशनल।
आध्यात्म से जुड़े। भारतवंशियों से जुड़े तरंग ऑनलाइन रेडियो के संग। Welcome back. Let's look at the business dailies published from Delhi today. The Economic Times: net must stay unchanged, but free data ain't bad. FCC boss Ajit Pai, the first Indian-American chairman of US Federal Communication Commission, says he backs free net access but favors free data and light touch regulation. GIC all set to pick up Singh family's stake in DLF arm. So here you have it. DLF is up for sale. 12,000 GIC lead race to buy 40% in DLF arm for 12,000 crore rupees. M&M may flag off a sport plug-in. Mahindra & Mahindra may flag off a sport plug-in. 3 IIT piloting driverless car. Cash crunch failed to squeeze February factory output. Manufacturing PMI rises to 50.7. Moving ahead to the Mint newspaper, another business daily, the Mint newspaper, it says DLF promoter to sell 40% in rental unit. Monsoon faces El Nino threat. So here you have it. Once again, India's monsoon is under shadow of weather phenomenon known as El Nino. There is a 50% chance of it occurring later this year, said Australian Bureau of Meteorology. The weather condition develops due to excessive warming of Pacific Ocean. Car sales pick up pace in February. So year on year change for Maruti Suzuki stands 11.7% up. The number of car sales picked up its pace in February. Ford India positive change is 52% and Nissan Motors 25%. Tata Motors up 12%. So most of the cars sale go up on year sale for the month of February. As the economy really shrugged off note ban impact. Dow crosses 21,000 on US rate hike hopes. That's all we have in this edition of Business Dailies. Till we meet again, it's goodbye from Pranav Prakhar.